Welcome to this week's edition of Valpo Football Preview, along with head coach Dave Cicchini. This is Todd Eichel, and we start, Dave, by taking a look back at the season opener at Illinois State. And boy, it started awfully good. Not the first minute of the game, but the first quarter was really impressive, and maybe you can take it from there.
Sure. Yeah, it started with our defense. Just an absolutely fantastic job for most of the game. Coming up with some big stops, both in the red zone and both deep in Illinois State territory. I think on the day, Illinois State was, I believe, 2 for 10 on third and fourth downs overall, which is a pretty amazing statistic when you look at it. And obviously able to do something that we didn't do all last year, which was create a turnover and convert it into points, with Kellen Hughes having the big interception return for a touchdown. And so there were, we got a lot of pressure on the quarterback in passing situations, and so that was really positive things to take away from the game.
As the game wore on, and we've seen it before, the team starts to move the ball, and you talk about the bigger, more physical scholarship team. It's going to wear some younger non-scholarship team down. But besides that, what I thought hurt a lot was in the second and third quarter, you didn't move it the way you moved it in the first quarter. So the defense was on the field.
Right, absolutely. We had some 3 and outs and a fumble and an interception as well in the second quarter, and we can't have those types of mistakes. We knew that they were going to be very physical on defense, and they were, and they really beat us up on the line of scrimmage. But yeah, we did not have any type of sustained drives until late in the third quarter, where we were finally able to put together a couple.
You did a really good job, I thought, mixing things up, at least defensively. Throughout the first half, you threw some corner blitzes in there. It seemed like, maybe this was just the untrained eye, but it seemed like you tried more things defensively in the first half.
Yeah, I think we are. That's what more experience can bring. When you've had a lot of players, this is their third season under Coach Moore and his terminology, and there's a certain level of comfort that's there, and you're able to, as a coordinator, call more things because you have confidence that your team's going to be able to go out there and execute what you're calling.
Ryan Clark only played the first half. Maybe you can assess his play a little bit and then talk about going with Jimmy Seawald in the second half and where things stand.
Yeah. Well, I was a little disappointed in Ryan's performance, really just from the turnover aspect. He did a great job in managing the game and getting us in the right calls, and we didn't have any penalties on offense, and we didn't have any center quarterback issues. So he did a fantastic job from that. And but obviously the 2 interceptions and the fumble are plays that we really stress as an offense that we can't turn the football over, particularly when you're playing these type of scholarship teams. It's let's not try to do too much. Let's play within ourselves. And I think he just tried to push a little too hard in those situations and wound up turning the football over. Jimmy Seawald came in the second half, and his first time as a true freshman quarterback going out there, and when he started, that was their starting defensive unit. They didn't put in their second teams until late in the fourth quarter, and he had a little bit of nerves to start, but really calmed down and made a couple of nice throws, and I think it was nice to get him some experience as well.
You had a good day special teams wise. For the most part, you covered the kicks well. Right. And obviously your kicker and your punter both had really good days.
Yeah. Jake Simpson, his first time to, under pressure and to start off with 2 really long field goals. It was great to see him step up and hit both of those. The second one probably would have been good from 50 at least. So that was fantastic. Alex Ng, who did play most of last year, had his best day punting. Obviously, he had to go 8 times, I believe, which is a lot more than you'd like to have the punting unit out there. But he responded and really pinned him deep a couple of times as well. And we did do a decent job on our coverage units. We can do better. We can continue to get better. It's still the first game, but to have both of those guys come up big, in the first game of the season, that was huge.
And you mentioned Jake Simpson, PFL Special Teams Player of the Week, and Kellen Hughes named Defensive Player of the Week. It's a good start from. You want to win games.
Sure.
But there's some positives there.
Like I said, we try to win these games. We do everything we can. We know we're underdogs, especially when you're playing the number 8 team in the country. But absolutely, there was a lot of positives to take away, and hopefully we can build on them.
And build on them heading into Sacred Heart, another scholarship program, a team which was a playoff team 2 years ago, a team which you guys played last year.
Yep.
But they did not maybe perform at their best this past week.
Right.
struggled with the PFL team in Stetson. What can you tell us about Sacred Heart?
Yeah, well, it's a good football team, tough, hard-nosed football team. Really got after us physically on both sides of the ball last year as well. And hopefully we'll have closed that gap a little bit now with, again, more experience coming back, older players. They are talented, not quite in the same caliber as Illinois State, but certainly a very good program. And to me, the first thing you talk about on the offensive side for them is their quarterback. He's got a lot of experience. They didn't have a great day offensively, which with a number of players coming back, it was a little bit curious to see that they weren't able to put up the types of points. But they're a dangerous unit. I mean, their offense can be explosive, and defensively they throw a lot of different blitzes at you. They're very aggressive, and they tackle and they hit, and they play fundamentally pretty strong football, and that's going to be a challenge.
You've talked about how the program has progressed in the offseason and this year, and this game would appear to be a big measuring stick.
Yeah, absolutely.
You really struggled against them a year ago.
Yeah.
And now you're on the road.
Yeah.
See how far you've come.
Sure, and it's a flight. It's a long trip out to the East Coast, and so there's a number of challenges that go along with that. But this is a team that really got the best of us a year ago, and it will be a great measuring stick to see how much we have improved over the last 12 months, and if we can get after them and have a close game and possibly get a win, that would be big.
It would help to get as many guys back. Any chance for Frank Catrine to play this week?
Well, it's a possibility. His knee is coming along. It's better. It's just a stretch of the MCL, so that's something that we're not going to rush him back, but I know he's itching to get out there.
And you had another captain that was injured on Saturday, and J.J. Nunes.
Yeah, J.J. went down, has a little bit of a bruise right at the bottom of the knee area, and we're going to see how that heals up here over the course of the next couple of days. He's a big emotional leader of our defense. We're hoping to have him out there as well.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Todd.
For head coach Dave Cicchini, this is Todd Eika. Thanks for joining us this week on Valpo Football Preview.